Hey pretty girls, it's Pretty Tay. Welcome to the Pretty Girls Club. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you're not, hey girl, hey. As you tell from the title of this video, we're going to talk about the pros and the cons of being a full-time entrepreneur. So I'm going to first introduce myself because this might be the first time you ever see me. My name is Pretty Tay, like I already said, and I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 3 years, guys. 3 years. Well, I'll officially make 3 years in November, but we are in the year, so I want to just say 3 years. I also want to say that I've never had a 9-to-5 job. I mean, I've had like little jobs, like, you know, in college, working at my school's bookstore. I worked at Ross, I worked at DSW, but just like in high school, and yeah, in high school mainly, in Party City in high school. So I've never really had a clock in, clock out career job. I also do have 2 college degrees as well, but I've never had experience with corporate America at all. So I want to just let you all know that now I don't have anything to compare it to. I know I do have some other business friends that does have corporate America experience and full-time business experience, so check them out. But as for me, I've only have entrepreneur experience. I've been a full-time entrepreneur since 2019. So I want to just let you all know that now, in case you want to just kind of figure out like where is my knowledge coming from, or where is my experience coming from, it's coming from that. I've been full-time since 2019, basically since I started my business. I started my business in November of 2019, and then we went into 2020. By March 2020, COVID had hit, and from there, that was it. So I wanted to get that out the way first, so y'all kind of know that what I'm saying is kind of some good stuff. So we're going to start off with the cons first. I like to just do the bad stuff first, and then going to end up on a positive note with the pros. Some of these I'm going to say most likely can fit in both categories, and if it do, I'll just say that. I also want to say I don't have any notes. I'm just going off the top of my head. So yeah, hopefully this video makes sense. So we're going to get into it. So the first con that I can think about, which is also a pro, is your financial freedom. So with that, I mean, if you work really hard, if you work every day, if you put it in the work every day, you know, you can control how much money you can make. But that's a good and bad thing, because sometimes we are human beings, so every day is not going to be a $500 day. Every day is not going to be a $100 day. Some days you're going to just not feel good, and you're not going to promote on your business, and it's going to reflect in your business, especially starting out. Like for instance, yesterday I just wasn't having a good day at all. I just did not post at all on Instagram, but it was also Sunday. But usually I get orders every day. I didn't get an order yesterday because I didn't put not one piece of content out yesterday, and it was simply because I just wasn't feeling good. So because we are as full-time entrepreneurs, meaning that this is your only source of income, because we are in control of our money, that's a good and bad thing, because the way you personally feel reflects how much money you make on a day-to-day basis. But it's also obviously a pro, because if you wake up in a good mood, you can easily get $1,000 in a day. Like if I wake up, my website is stocked, I'm in a good mood, I'm energized, I'm ready to work, I can make a good $500, $600 in just a random day. So that's why I said that is definitely a pro and a con. But on days when you're going through, you're not feeling well, you're experiencing loss, you're experiencing grief, heartbreak, whatever you're experiencing in your life, sometimes that definitely reflects in your business and the amount of money you make, especially when you're starting off. Of course, you want to get to the point where you don't have to post every day to make money, but for the most part, as small business owners, we definitely have to kind of post every single day to make money, and that's a pro and a con in my opinion. The next con that's 100% con to me, dealing with rude customers, like and not even just customers, dealing with rude strangers. I want to say rude strangers because I'm gonna say none of my customers are rude. The people that's rude are usually the people that don't even shop. They're just like random strangers on my TikTok account, or random strangers that's on my Instagram. So dealing with those type of people is very hard, especially for me too, because I'm in like that mid-age. I'm 25, I'll be 26 pretty soon. So I'm in like the mid-age where I'm not like older, like an elder, but I'm not like a little kid either. And my business attracts a lot of younger girls, and it's just like the 16-year-olds, you know, the 13-year-olds, and then they kind of talk to me any kind of way, and they're just like, I'm not that old, I can get down with you, I know how to argue too. But you gotta just kind of remember, like when you're in like the business mindset, You can't argue back with them, because baby, I can argue real good on social media, okay? My Twitter fingers, my Instagram fingers, my Facebook fingers, my new TikTok fingers can get the going, because I know the slang lingo, you know, and I know it too. So it's kind of hard to kind of balance that, especially when you're kind of like a mid-aged person. Especially like when you're like a mid-aged person too. Even, I'm just saying, even in general, no matter if you're 45 or 13, when you're a business owner, you have to remain professional. You just cannot go off on people. And to me, that's a con, because sometimes people be trying it. Like, people say some really, really mean things and didn't expect you to just let it roll off your shoulder because you're on your business page versus your personal page and stuff. And then we all know how trolls go and stuff like that. Like, how someone asked me, like, are you a boy or girl? You know, things like that. If you don't have tough skin as a business owner, especially when you are growing, your social medias are growing, you're going to struggle, okay? So definitely try to make sure that you have a thick skin to deal with rude people. I won't even say customers, because most of my customers, I love y'all. Y'all are perfect, okay? So if you're watching this and you're a customer, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people that's in the back that don't shop but that want to be rude. You definitely got to have thick skin when you're getting into this business, especially on social media, especially if you're going to use your own personal face as the face of your brand. You're going to use your own personal face to promote. You're going to be on live and stuff like that. You definitely have to have tough skin. So I guess that's kind of like a pro and a con as well. Like, having tough skin, you definitely got to have tough skin to ignore all negative people. Also too, going on with that as well, you got to kind of know what to ignore and like what to kind of speak about, because sometimes you do have to kind of speak up for yourself. Like, you just can't let people walk all over you. So you got to kind of have that discernment to say, like, this is a troll, or should I kind of defend myself? Because if someone's coming to your business page kind of defaming your name or saying that, you know, that they placed the order and that you didn't ship the order, you were a scammer, you were this, you that, I definitely agree. And I definitely say that you have to speak up. You have to speak up and defend your brand, because some people will try to tear you down on purpose just to not see you win, you know? Another con, like a downside to running a business is, especially if like a full-time business, a downside to running a full-time business too is sometimes you won't have free time. Sometimes you won't have free time because your business is going to consume a lot of your extra free time. I also do want to put another little note in here. I don't have kids. I don't have a boyfriend. So I don't think I have to worry about just me and Sassy sitting right here. So obviously, if you do have kids, if you do have a boyfriend, this video is gonna look totally different for you, because for me, I don't really have any extra responsibilities at the moment. So all of my free time can go to my business. But also too, when I do have free time, I kind of like, you know, sometimes I don't hang out with my friends. Sometimes I don't go out because I'm packing orders, or I'm making bangles, or I'm trying to restock the website for the weekend, or whatever the case may be. So just be prepared to just have like your extra free time. Half of your extra free time will definitely be going to your business. Another con to me is like the money, like money management. Like, I always struggle. Like, I don't want to say it's not a struggle for me. I'm not struggling, but sometimes I do feel like I could be saving a little bit more, or I could be doing this, or could be doing that. But it's like, also too, you do want to make sure that you have enough inventory and stock. So like for me, I always try to kind of divide my payouts up every Friday. I try to do 50% to the business, 25% to my personal account, and then 25% to my savings, things like that. But we cannot control everything. Like, you know, we can't control everything. Sometimes your business might need more inventory or more whatever than your bills and stuff like that. So definitely learning how to divide your time up. Learning how to divide your time up and learning how to learn how to divide your money up is definitely essential when being a full-time business owner. I don't even know if that was a pro or con. At this point, I'm just kind of giving tips or whatever. So this video might turn into a tip video at this point. But I'm trying to think of other cons. Like, I don't really have a lot of negative feelings when it comes to being a full-time entrepreneur, because I enjoy it. I love it. And I guess it's probably because that I'm very passionate about what I do. I love making bracelets and making jewelry. So I don't really have a lot of bad things to say about being a full-time entrepreneur, other than like the like legal stuff, like, you know, you don't really have insurance, but you probably can get insurance. I definitely have to look into that because I'll be off my parents' insurance in about 2 months. So I definitely have to look into like learning about insurance, like, you know, health insurance, dental insurance, as being a full-time entrepreneur, because, you know, people usually get that from their workplace. I don't have a workplace. I am my workplace. So that could be like another kind to, like, you know, think about. You probably will lose insurance, and if you have kids, that's a definite thing to think about when you have kids, because you want to make sure that your kids are covered. If something happened, you know, you want to make sure your kids are covered as well. So think about that, because you will not have insurance like easily being a full-time business owner. Also too, like when you're taking vacations and taking trips, you can't like okay, for example, another con for me, I just can't disappear. I just can't just disappear for a week or disappear for a month or just do what I want to do when it comes to being a full-time business owner, unless I shut my website down. So for example, I'm going to Chicago pretty soon, and it's like, if I wanted to, I could stay in Chicago for a whole entire month, but I can't because I have my business to run, if that makes sense. So it's like, you know, with a regular job, you got like the PTO, paid time off. So even if you're not working, you're still getting paid or whatever it is. But as far as like us as business owners, we can't just take 2-3 weeks off unless we have, you know, our systems in place. We got enough money saved up to get us through that month, because this is the only way I make money. Like, this is Pretty Girl Bangles funds my entire life, okay? It pays all my bills. So it's like, I just can't be like, okay, I'm gonna shut the website down for a whole month of August and just go willy-nilly and go have fun. I can't do that. Like, I gotta kind of strategically plan my trips, and it can't be longer than a couple days. Like, my trips cannot be longer than 2 or 3 days, because unless I shut the website down. Now, if I shut the website down, it could be as long as I want to, but I won't be making money in between that. But when I usually leave my website open. I haven't shut my website down since like 2020, and that was only for a day. But I usually only plan my trips for a couple days, because I have to have orders to pack. I got customers to deal with, like, you know, because if I go a whole 7 days without packing an order or shipping an order, now it's a big issue on social media. Now I'm a scammer, or now I ship too slow. So it's like, you got to kind of think about that too. That's like another kind, like, you won't be able to have as much free time to do other stuff as far as vacations unless you shut the website down. As for me, my biggest fear is shutting my website down and being forgot about. So my website never shuts down. But when I do go on vacations, though, I put systems in place. Like, I put text messages, I put emails in place to keep people on my website even though I'm on vacation. To me, I love that. I love making money on vacation. I love making money on vacation, okay, honey? So that is another thing as well. But we're going to kind of transition to like the good stuff, and then I might just end off with some random tips that I've just came across and learned about since being full-time entrepreneur for 3 years. So again, the number one thing, the best thing about being an entrepreneur is you get to control your money. I talked about that earlier as a con, but I can tell you some more pros. You can control your money. Like, right now, I can send a text message out, make it real good for people to, you know, grasp it, and I can easily sit here and make $100 by the end of this video. So it's like, I'm in total control of my money. Like, I can make thousands of dollars in a week if I like, and I do. I definitely make more than $1,000 every week. That is the goal. If I don't make $1,000 in a week, my business is sinking, in my opinion. But I can make thousands of dollars in days or 2 days, and I can challenge myself, and I can kind of motivate myself and be like, okay, I made $360 yesterday. I can make $460 today, or I can make $390 today. So I literally challenge myself so much sometimes to just kind of see how much money I can make. And like, when I tell y'all, being in control of your finances is like the best feeling ever. Again, it's a pros and cons to that, but that, to me, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It ain't no 40 hours and then you done for the week. No, baby, I can work 100 hours. I get 100 hours, you know. Another pro for me that I love, like, I just love the freedom of being a full-time entrepreneur. Like, I wake up when I want to wake up. I sleep when I want to sleep. Obviously, again, this looks different if you have kids, husband, boyfriend, whatever. But for me, baby, it's just me. It's just me. So I can sleep all day if I want to. I can send a little text message or a little email or make a little post and go back to sleep, wake up to orders. Like, I literally have so much free time to do what I want to do. Like, I can wake up at 12 o'clock. Like right now, I woke up, I got in the shower. I woke up kind of early today. I woke up at 11:30 today. Woke up, got in the shower, and I was like, I'm gonna record the video. So I'm recording this video, then I want to go to the post office. So I just love the fact that I can kind of schedule my days myself. No one is telling me what time I can clock in, what time I can clock out, how long I got to eat lunch. But because I eat lunch when I want to eat lunch, I can take a 4-hour lunch break if I want to. So I love the freedom that being a full-time entrepreneur gets me. It could be a Tuesday afternoon. I can go get some tacos and tequila if I want to, you know. So it's like, I just definitely love the freedom. Anytime my friends want to hang out, it's always a yes for me because I don't have no obligations. I don't gotta think about what time I can take off, nothing like that. And that goes also too with going to, like, for example, for a vacation. Me and my friend Tasty, back in March, we went to Phoenix, Arizona for like 4 or 5 days, and we planned that trip in a day. So she texts me, like, let's just say she texts me on a Wednesday, you want to go to Phoenix on Friday? I said yes. I purchased my tickets, I booked the flight, and we was at Phoenix on Friday. So it's like being able to just move around like that. It wasn't no, I gotta call my boss, I gotta request off. It wasn't none of that. So I definitely enjoyed that, being a full-time entrepreneur. Another thing that I enjoy too is just the creative range I have with my business. So it's like, I love the fact that I can sell things that I create. It's like, y'all love my art, and it's satisfying to me because it's like, oh, they really like what I make. And don't get me wrong, obviously I do have pre-made stuff on there that's already made, but as far as like my bangle creations and things like that, I love the fact that I can sell my art and y'all are enjoying my art. Thumbnail. So hopefully that's something, one of those look good. Another thing that I love about being a full-time entrepreneur is, like, okay, this is kind of a pro and a con. So being able to connect with my customers, a lot of my girls, a lot of my girls, I call y'all my girls at this point, I talk to on social media, you know, we chit chat and stuff, and I've created a lot of connections from being a full-time entrepreneur. I've met people that I obviously wouldn't even know exist. I didn't even know half of you all existed until I started my business. So I definitely enjoy the fact that I have created a good some solid friends or whatever. I definitely won't name everybody's name because if I don't name a name, then it's just be too awkward. But I definitely have created some solid friends as far as like business friends, and I've also created some connections with my customers as well. So I definitely enjoy talking to y'all and being on live, and you know, being here on Instagram, not Instagram, let me zoom in a little bit because I'm sitting back now, being here on YouTube and stuff like that. So I definitely enjoy that. That can also be a con too, because you got to watch out for like the fake friends in the business world. I only got 2 friends in the business world, Tasty and Lola and Co. So it's like, as far as like people I don't know, I do have other business owners that I've been knowing personally, like last year Mercedes, went to school together and stuff like that. I'm talking about people that were 100% strangers that I just met on social media, Tasty and Lola and Co. or whatever. So, but you do have to watch out for like the people who don't have your best interest at heart. I personally, this kind of be a con too. Pro con at this point, I'm just giving you all some random tips about being a full-time entrepreneur. I'm just speaking my mind at this point. I definitely would say kind of be careful when you are trying to establish friends or whatever. Oh, and Shop Stunner Stays, that's my girl, I love her. I definitely say when you are becoming a full-time business owner or becoming a business owner in general, kind of just be careful. Not every business owner is your friend. Honestly, to be honest, guys, I would say try not to get business owner friends, especially if y'all are in the same niche. So if y'all both are selling lip gloss, that's going to kind of be hard to kind of remain friends without it being a competition or without a comparison starting to happen. If y'all both sell bangles, that's kind of hard unless y'all do have a solid friendship. If y'all both sell lashes, that is going to be a hard friendship to have. So kind of, you know, keep that in mind. I'm not saying that you just can't be friends with the other Bengal girls, or you can't be friends with the other Lash girls. Do you? But for me, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at right now, whatever. I know it's probably a tangent, but just kind of be mindful of that, because comparison gets to setting in on both ends, whether it's you comparing yourself to them or them comparing themselves to you. A competition gets to happen and stuff like that. So just kind of be mindful of that as well. When you're starting a business, or when you're, you know, trying to create a little connections. I'm not saying everybody is like that. I'm not saying that you are like that, but just kind of be mindful of that. Another thing that I enjoy, I'm trying to think, what else do I enjoy about being a full-time entrepreneur? Like, I guess I should have wrote some notes down, but I did. I'm gonna link my other video too. I did a pros and cons video in 2021, so everything that's in that video I still agree with. Another thing that I just enjoy, like I said, I just enjoy 100% the freedom. Now, obviously, when I have kids, or if I get a boyfriend, get into like a sexual relationship, I'm pretty sure that that will look different for me. But as of right now, because I am single with no kids, I definitely have tons of free time. I definitely would say I might just end the video right here. Hopefully the video was helpful. Y'all kind of got something from the video. But I also definitely would say that managing your time is definitely key for sure. I try to create myself schedules. Like, I kind of do like a little rough schedule every day. Like, I know I'm going to go to the post office, or I know I'm going to get on live. If I don't get on live, I know I'm going to make a YouTube video. Sometimes I do all three, or sometimes, yeah, I do all three. I go live, go to the post office, and make YouTube videos. But I know for a fact, like, I kind of incorporate some type of content creation in every day of my life, because, you know, I got to make sure the content is flowing. Rather, I'm batch creating TikToks, I'm batch creating YouTube videos, or things like that. Sometimes I do both, or I do all of it. So I definitely would say, as a full-time business owner, you definitely have to be disciplined, because you can look up and you can just be in bed all day and not doing nothing, because you don't have nobody forcing you to get up, or you don't have anybody forcing you to do this or forcing you to do that. So just try to make sure that you are solid with a schedule, because your days will flow past you. Now, obviously, we all have our days, guys. Like, I'm not saying I'm up energetic every single day, because the past 2 or 3 weeks, like I said, my family, we have been going through, when I say more so my friend families have been going through or whatever. So it's just like, this has been the most challenging 3 weeks of my life, emotionally, physically, mentally, and business wise, in terms of me wanting to create content for you all. So I know y'all kind of probably realize that I kind of have been kind of a little distant from my social medias, is because I've just been personally going through a lot of mental crisis or whatever. So it's like, I'm not saying every day I've been energetic. This is the first time I've experienced a lack of motivation in a long time. So obviously that, but I gotta still show up. You know, I'm still making this YouTube video. I probably cried earlier this morning. I was getting dressed, thinking about other stuff. But I had to get myself together and get this YouTube video out, because my business can't stop. You know, because this is how I live. So it's just like, I just want y'all to know that too. I'm putting it at the end of the video, because I don't know if everybody's going to watch to the end. But if you do watch the end, then you're kind of getting a little vulnerable moment from me. I don't really talk about my personal life on social media, especially on YouTube. But I'm going to just kind of leave this in here, just to kind of see who actually watched to the end or watched this point. So if you are watching this point right now, leave a pink and purple heart, so I can kind of know. A pink and purple heart, leave both. But it's just like, I've been going through so much, like, emotionally and mentally. So it's just like, I still have to show up. So that is another reason why being a full-time entrepreneur is challenging. Like, I've never had to deal with depression and full-time entrepreneurship yet, or grief in full-time entrepreneurship yet, until the past 3 weeks. Like, I feel like I felt every emotion the last 3 weeks of my life that I didn't even know exist, like anger, sadness, happy, like rage. Like, I've been feeling everything. But I have to kind of put a mask on when I talk to y'all on TikTok or when I make YouTube videos, because y'all just don't know. Like, y'all just really don't know what goes on behind the scenes of some of our lives. And we still have to produce for y'all. We still have to make content for y'all. We have to make bangles for y'all. Like, I have people still DM me, can you go live? Like, why you haven't been live all week? Or where you at? Like, you know, stuff like that. Because I did take a week off of live last week. I went live, I think, on Monday and Friday. Usually I go live every day. So it's like, it's just so much that I didn't realize being a full-time entrepreneur until I had to be in a situation. Like, I just can't, like, if I'm being honest, like, I want to just don't post, like, don't post, don't do nothing. Like, I want to just, you know, crawl up in the ball and just, like, lay there for a little while. But I can't personally do that because I am a full-time entrepreneur. Like, my bills don't get paid unless I make YouTube videos. My bills don't get paid unless I make content for TikTok, or content for Instagram. If I make new bangles, like, you know, like, I have to, if that makes sense. Like, I have to get up every day, despite how I internally feel. I have to put on a mask for y'all. So it's just like being a full-time entrepreneur. Like, this has been like one of the roughest months. Like, not even talking about sales. Like, I still make money every day. I'm talking about in terms of my personal life and not letting it affect my business life. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, like, it's been hard. It's been really hard. But I'm hoping and praying that August, because July is still rocky. So I'm hoping and praying that in my personal life, August is great, because it has been a struggle, y'all. So I'm going to end this video right here. Again, if you at this point, leave pink and purple hearts for your girl. And yeah, thank you for watching the video. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.